Britain was broke, so they looked at America and said,
"Hey, you got money, right?"
Making Taxation Nation by President of the Taxation America and One Shot
Britain taxed tea. Americans loved tea. You see the problem? That's like taxing air. That tastes good. Yeah, they were
Friends. So they threw a tea party. In the harbor. Without invitations. Brilliant. Just brilliant.
The king heard about the tea thing and went full drama mode. Yep, nothing says level-headed leadership like launching your tea set into orbit. Britain was mad. George was madder.
Britain kept making new laws like they were dropping mixtapes.
Every new tax made America angrier. And torches were trending.
Britain sent troops to keep order, because that always works, right?
A tense moment, one gunshot, and suddenly, 5 people less patriotic. Oops.
Blank, colonial newspapers went wild. They basically invented clickbait. Titles like "British monsters attack innocent angels" flew off the presses and straight into everyone's hands. And shocker, reading
in every tavern and town hall, one question echoed: what if we fought back?
No one knows who fired first, but someone definitely started history.
Paul Revere rode through the night yelling, waking up half of Massachusetts and every single dog along the way.
The British are coming!
He kept at it for miles, announcing like the world's loudest push notification. Yeah, we heard you.
Every town woke up because apparently sleep wasn't patriotic.
The British found some weapons and a whole lot of angry farmers. Not today, Redcoats. Musket balls flew, fences exploded, and somewhere in the chaos, the famous shot was fired.
The British retreated 18 miles under constant American sarcasm. Instead of rocks, the locals lobbed tea bags. Because why waste good rocks? Musket fire? Sure. Hurt feelings? Absolutely.
Europe was like, wait, the colonies are fighting back? America who? Oh, wow. News reaches Europe. We kind of shot at some redcoats. A lot. And everyone just gasped. The world reacted.
13 colonies, 1 meeting. Half wanted peace, the other half wanted fireworks. Welcome to Philadelphia, 1775, where the Continental Congress has just sat down and immediately stood back up to yell at each other.
They sent the king a peace offer. He sent back more troops. It's denied. Hip Fund that began American colonies was from the apple-biting Gucci Bill until
George Washington takes command. Looking serious, smelling slightly of cherry trees.
Continental Army was, well, let's call them enthusiastic amateurs. Most had never seen a uniform, let alone worn one. They showed up in whatever they owned, half saluted, half self-inflicted injuries, and hoped for the best.
Common sense, basically the colonial mic drop. In it, he says, hey, why are we letting some fancy island across the ocean boss us around? Let's just not. Colonists eat it up. Suddenly, independence isn't a crazy...
King George read the pamphlet and went full drama mode. How dare they? One moment he's sipping tea, the next he's rethinking the entire empire, and everyone within 100 feet now knows about it.
The colonies decide. No more kings, just chaos and committees. I'll accept Learn's Republic, evenly their constructives for campaign. Yes.
Jefferson writes the first draft, while Franklin adds jokes and Adams argues about fonts. Yep, it's a party.
They signed it, they cheered. And then they realized the British were still here.
Copies of the Declaration spread faster than colonial gossip. Riders bolted out of Philadelphia, bells clanged from town to town, and within days, maps lit up like a lantern festival. Every tavern, workshop...
You wanted independence? Great! Here's 30,000 troops. Ships crammed the harbor, cannons thundering, and New Yorkers suddenly realizing that maybe this revolution thing had some fine print. 30,000 redcoats, the largest force Britain had ever sent overseas.
The British unleashed a proper fireworks show on New York. Washington fought bravely, and then strategically ran away. Yep, very tactical. He slipped across the river under nightfall in a boat literally labeled Tactical Retreat, leaving the city.
Revolution freezes. Literally. Washington's army camps at Valley Forge. Surprise, it's cold. This is going great.
No shoes, no food, but hey, still better than paying taxes to Britain!
Meanwhile, Franklin's in France, charming nobles and inventing electricity.
As Washington surprises the enemy on Christmas night, because war doesn't take holidays. In the Christmas night campaign from a Hessian tap, his big oven-built wall and just walk into oven himself.
They attacked sleeping Hessians, best Christmas ever. Confused Hessians drop mugs of cocoa.
Baron von Steuben shows up, turns chaos into a real army.
Straight line up, left foot with the other left foot.
Suddenly it's march, step, click, boom. These guys actually look professional. From Valley Forge, they head...
General Burgoyne tries marching south through a forest in America. Spoiler alert, compasses hate him, maps hate him, trees love confusing him. By the time anyone figures out where they are,
America wins big at Saratoga. Surprise! The underdogs bite back, the British army surrenders, and now everyone in Europe is suddenly very interested in this whole revolution thing.
France joins the party with ships, soldiers, and style. They send a fleet across the Atlantic. Drummers, muskets, even fancy champagne. Because if you're backing a revolution, you might as well look good doing it.
From freezing despair to fiery hope, the revolution breathes again.
French ships show up like, "Bonjour, freedom."
Britain's fighting rebels in America, Spain at sea, and boredom everywhere else. It's chaos. Global chaos.
Hero turned villain faster than you can say, switch! One moment he's waving Old Glory, next he's shopping for redcoats and a big payout. Traitor.
Both sides are exhausted, except mosquitoes. They're thriving. Tick-tock, trench clock.
Britain tries the south because clearly the north went great. At southern strategy, a punishment was the balloon fling.
Swamp Fox and his crew hit, run, and evaporate like American ninjas. 1 second, bushes. Next second, bang! British picnic ruined. Then, gone. Poof. Nothing but smoke and bad memories. They pop up again miles away, do it all over.
Cornwallis retreats to Yorktown. Worst vacation spot ever. Now he's got Washington coming from land, the French coming from the sea, and about 2 days left on his emotional support tee. Surrounded, outgunned, and extremely sweaty.
French cannons thunder. Washington advances. Game over, Empire.
Town 1781. Cornwallis surrenders. The crowd goes wild, mostly Americans. At Yorktown, the British hand over the sword, the fireworks go off, and everyone pretends the war's basically over. Except for Cornwallis.
George Washington arrived like, time to make this awkward for the British. He set up cannons on the hills around Boston and started lobbing iron surprises into the city every chance he got. The redcoats were stuck, the harbor was iced up, and their soldiers were getting an...
By 1775, everyone knew this wasn't a protest anymore. It was war.
Events. From chucking tea and yelling at redcoats to drafting signatures the king really hated, the colonies went full send. Boom! Revolution mode! Battles were won, independence declared, and Eagle screamed on cue, and just like that,